Welcome back, everyone, to Gran Turismo 3, and today we're going to be taking on the license test. It's time to get some more licenses, and so what better way to do that than to go through this. So I'm not going to be really caring as much to get all golds on this. I looked at the price car. I'm not necessarily crazy about it. It's the RX-8 concept, which I don't imagine will be very tunable, so I'm not going to really care to get it. So if we don't get it, I don't care, honestly. So we're in the NSX, which eventually is going to be a car that'll join us on the playthrough, but it'll be the Autobax Arta car, which some of you guys may have noticed, if it still is the banner photo, because I change that kind of frequently here. That's actually the banner photo of this channel because it's my go-to Group 3 car in GT7, and that picture is actually a picture from actually a live stream I did, the very first live stream I did with that car. Yeah, definitely not a gold here, but hey, it's gonna be fairly okay. Well, it's a bronze. I don't care all that much. Like I said, I'm just kind of here for the memes at this point. Like, I'm just trying to get the license and move on. We may go ahead and go after the IB license as well in this one, because that'll free up pretty much. We won't have to do another one of these videos for a while if we do. And I don't think there's any IA events. So this video might be dedicated solely to license tests. Like I said, I'm not really too keen on getting all golds on this. Maybe for the IB, if it's got a good price car. I've already forgotten what it was. We'll do that. One car I do want, and like I said, I'm trying not to utilize safe scumming as much as I can. I've already kind of plotted out my route for this one, and I may have to do some safe scumming for the next few cups. Because the Japanese Championship gives away an Evo, which obviously I want the Evo, because that's like my go-to car. And there is the GT1 road car, and then of course, obviously, to complete the game, the Beetle Cup car is available in the German Championship. So the European stuff, obviously, I would love to get the Gillette Vertigo, because that would honestly be a pretty good car for that point in the game. But I don't know, we'll see. Because I think that one honestly has a pretty okay lineup of prize cars, so even if I didn't get the Gillette, I may not be too mad about the other options. We'll have to wait and see. We'll see what happens. So, still dealing with the ankle injury. Honestly, I filmed 5 and 6 back-to-back, these last 2 episodes with the pink bits at the end and this one. So, you know, still obviously dealing with the ankle injury because nothing has changed. The 5 minutes that it between takes. That was close. So. Alright. The circle track. This is an interesting one that is always tricky. Let's see. I'm going to look at the license cars. So the 350Z concept car is the IB license all gold test. So not entirely sure I want that. Oh, I should pay attention. I was hitting the wrong button. And also not looking at the screen. So, one of my least favorite tests in the game. Like, I get it, it's supposed to teach you car control and throttle control. Which is honestly kind of hard to do on the controller, even with the analog triggers. Because, you know, this game doesn't really recognize it all that well. I'm kind of trying, though. I'm, like, barely pressing it. And you can see the boost gauge is not dead zero in the vacuum side, so I'm kind of like maintaining about 65-ish. And then look, I will say it's in miles. I can understand the units. As an American, I can understand the game. Not my best run, but oh well, we'll take it. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Yep. Okay. So already halfway through the A license. Now we're on the big one. Dang. I know it's coming to. I'm pretty sure those roof RGT tests are coming up. I absolutely cannot stand those. Alright. Let's tear this up. I know another thing that I saw in the GT3 concept stuff is that this track will be like playable in arcade mode. So, and I wonder if the single race will function on this track, because that would honestly be kind of interesting. Like NASCAR, but slower and more boring. And instead of turning left, it's turning right. riding that curve a little too much. I'm trying to stay close to it, but off of it. All right, one more lap, I think. Swinging wide a little bit, trying to correct it, bring it back in line here. It's gonna be close. We might actually, nope, barely missed out on silver. I'm not really dedicating any time on this, honestly. I'm just trying to get through these. Oh, I guess it wasn't in the A license. Maybe it's IB. Huh. Which I mean, we're gonna do that anyway. So you are gonna watch me struggle in that test in this video. They did this car so dirty in the sound department. Because I can't hear it. What did they do to the poor Jag in this game? Because X car is actually kind of a gnarly sounding car. Not my best approach. Kind of missing the apex by a mile. That's why we've been so much easier on the wheel, honestly. Alright, this one's going to be interesting. The right-hander at the top of the hill at Seattle. This car kind of gets upset. Obviously, it's a Camaro. So it's going to get pretty upset when you're bouncing it around and trying to fire out of a corner in a muscle car from this era that didn't handle. Because we all know muscle cars, up until recently, couldn't really handle that great. Before people go, oh, the Corvette. The Corvette's not a muscle car, it's a sports car. Oh, got that silver? Heck yeah, okay. Alright, what's our final? Alright, that's an Evo. You already know I know how to drive an Evo. Watch me fail this. After just talking a big game. Come on, gold first try. Dang, that was close. I almost did it. Oh well. Hey, there we go. A license passed. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do the IB license as well. And like I said, I don't really care for the prize cars. Like, a 350Z concept's cool, but again, I don't think it's a car that's necessarily tunable. I don't think you get, like, really good prize cars until you hit, like, the big boy licenses, the IA and S. Now the most inaccurate sounding Corvette of all time. Another thing I saw in GT3 concept was they oh, okay. Womp womp, okay. So let's do a second gear start, see if that helps out a little bit with the traction loss. I'm like barely drive this thing honestly, because it's like honestly not the fastest experience. And obviously it's kind of slippery on this surface. Yeah, definitely not gold. This thing is kind of sketch on this track, honestly. Hey, silver. Heck yeah. I know we're going to have to do the same thing for the 100R. Yep, these two will be awful. Oops, wrong one. Oh well. We'll just go ahead and do this one. We'll go bump back to the last one. This game does like the S2000 a lot, I will say. I want to bet this would be so much easier on the wheel. Eh. Eh. Alright. Now back to IB2. Since I done misclicked. Okay. Let's see here. See if we can get some fun out of this one. This one, honestly, is a bit of a pain in the butt. I don't enjoy it. Alright, let's go. One of the longer early game tests. What purpose do you have going into a corner at 70 in the wet, though? This is just asking to crash. Especially because I assume these are like street tires. I think we're on the last lap. Sad part is the bronze time is how long it takes me to do a lap of Road Atlanta in some cars. That 105. Alright. Now let's bump up to IB4. So back in the Z06. There 3 of the 8 tests are in this dang Corvette. They could have chose any other car, and they're like, yeah, let's just stick you in the Corvette 3 times. This license is all about ununique car choices. You get 3 tests with the Z06, 2 tests with the Roof RGT. So I mean, 3 of the tests have unique cars. In terms of the license selection. Big slide. Wow, 18 thousandths off of that silver. And we get a roof on the other ones. I mean, you got the, what was it? The S2000, the Roof 3400S, and whatever the IB8 car is, which I think, honestly, is a Camaro. Pretty much just spend the majority of your tests in Chevys and effectively Porsches. I do like how this sounds. And I love how the real one sounds, too, having ridden in a 986 Boxster recently. Surprised I didn't get failed there. That was a pretty shoddy corner. Meh. That was a test to forget. It's the NSX. Okay, so look at that. Unoriginal. We got 3 tests with the roof, 3 tests with the same Corvette, and then 2 tests with a Honda. Bruh, the originality on this one. Like, come on, throw me like some unique stuff. GT7 would never. Alright, this one's not too bad. These tests do kick my butt. These are probably the hardest ones for me. I think I had an easier time with IA, like, the 2 IA tests that are at complex string with the R34. This one, you just need some throttle control, and you got it. As I failed it. Okay. I think when I shifted that one time, it completely goofed me, so we're just going to try again. Just foot to the floor. Dab the brakes a little. Shoot. Hate these tests. My friends, we did a Strip Till the Dragon last year, and I was playing this one morning on my Steam Deck, and they watched me do these tests, and they loved how much I struggled with them. Much better. Still not great, but hey, better than failing it. And now we're doing like no assists in our rear engine rear wheel drive car on this. On a set of corners that will more than likely upset the balance. Gonna try to take it with a similar strategy. Foot of the floor. Why do I feel like we just got the same time? Did I not get the same time just now? Does it have my time saved? What my best time was on the last one? Because I feel like I got like, almost the exact same time. Oh, I was actually 0.4 faster with the assist on. All right. Now we got Apricot Hill with the NSX to close this one out. I think honestly this gives all the licenses we need for this entire playthrough. Maybe. I'll look and see. We need the IA for anything. Shoot. We need the IA for anything on amateur league events. Come on, power out of there. Yeah. Not my best, but hey, we passed it. I don't care. Alright. And that's that. So let's see. I'm gonna plot out my strategy here. Because obviously we've unlocked a lot of new events. Okay, so we'll need it for the Dream Car Championship, so yikes. Oh man, the IA license kicks my butt too. Oops, wrong one. Might as well. We're gonna need it. So some of these, no, they're not terribly time consuming. That one though, I am looking forward to this one here. Hey, under a minute for the majority of these, like. I actually like this car a lot. Honestly, at some point I may get the rally license, just because there's a few cars from the Rally League I want to get. That may be where I get my Evo of choice, honestly, is the Rally League. Convert one of maybe the Del Sol into a rally car and see if we can take home some wins there and get this specific rally car. Because I love the Evo 6. Oh, I was just driving at that point. I completely forgot I was in a license test. I was like, what happened? Now, see, normally I would just cut the chicane, but obviously can't do that. Because I'll get failed out immediately. So let's just let off and power through it. Look at that. Easy peasy. Oh. I totally thought that was the end there. And I just completely cruised right past it. I probably could have gotten silver on that. I was like, look at that gold first try. Womp womp. Okay. Back to B7, but now we're in the Impreza rally car prototype, the Bug Eye. My favorite Subaru. That's not the GC. Honestly, I battle in my head all the time if I like the GC8 more or if I like the Bug Eye more. It's a hard decision, honestly. If you guys remember, this track was probably, this specific test back in the B license was Hades for me. Oh, that was close. That was really close. That was some shoddy driving, but honestly, we got it. Okay, the Castrol Mugen NSX. So this will give me kind of a feel what the Arta car will be like when I get it, because I like the Arta NSX. Of course, honestly, this is the one that was just added in GT7, and this livery, iconic. But I am a sucker for the Arta car. Maybe I'll go back at some point with the wheel and get all gold on these. I don't know, maybe. I just want to make sure we're good to go for the next few videos. The corkscrew. Oh boy. One of the most interesting corners in the United States. No! Oh man, that sucks. I thought I nailed it for the most part. I might have a little bit more room to brake, because I just hit the brakes as soon as I crested the hill here. And so I just did it again anyway, just because muscle memory tells me to do that. Because it's about where I start braking on every other game I've ever played Laguna Seca on. A little slow out of there, but hey, better than nothing. Okay. Okay. Now we're at the Zonda test at Rome. Not too bad. We're making, honestly, pretty quick progress through these. I'm pretty proud of myself for that, honestly. One of my favorite cars ever made. That was so slow. If I passed this, I'd be surprised. Yeah, that was so bad. That was a bad run. It's okay, though. We all make mistakes. We can probably get through this a little bit faster this time now that I know what I'm doing. JK. That was awful. It just doesn't want to corner. It doesn't want to turn. Oh, wow. It was only a 10th faster, and it still wasn't enough. None of those first couple corners. If I can just figure out how to get this thing to turn. Much better. Okay. It's a little bit better. I just don't trust it. Okay. That one might be easier on the wheel as well. More control. More precise control, I should say. Alright, time for my two least favorite tests in GT. The undulating corners test and, of course, the really aggressive session at the other complex string test. My least favorite tests in the game are the complex string tests. They're just always the hardest of the bunch. This one's not quite so bad. I just got to watch the outside tire. When I was a kid, one of the common mistakes I made on this test, and my dad will remember it well, was putting a tire in the grass and spinning it out. Obviously, now that I'm older and properly know how to apex corners, even though I'm doing an absolutely terrible job of it right now. I'm not quite so bad about that. A little bit of a slide there. Bruh, come on. How am I, like, failing these? Like, no, my driving on controller is never as good as my wheel stuff. Like, I'm a little bit off on my wheel. I'd be probably a lot faster, if not getting silver on all these on the first try versus gold or bronze. First try on all of these. It's definitely getting a little upset in these corners. Dang it! I thought that was pretty good driving through the corners. Came in way too hot. Missed that apex bad on that first one. My foot is pinned, or I guess my proverbial foot is pinned right now. I'll watch it here. Cut it a little too sharp that last time and caused that fail. Ginormous tail slide. I don't think that's going to be any better, honestly. I'm going to try. Okay, we at least passed it. I don't care. Now this one. This one might take a few attempts, honestly, because this test was the death of me as a child. And don't expect it to be any better. At least it's a really cool car. It's a lot of understeer there. This car is not liking these corners, that is for sure. It just wants to go flying off track. It's an odd handling characteristic. Like, it's got a lot of understeer, but it also will be very quick to throw the tail out on you and bite you. It's a lot of tail slide out of this car. So I'm trying really hard to get control of it because it just wants to kick the tail out. That last little bit, it just got really unstable, and no matter how much I tried to throttle control it, it was going into a slide regardless. This is being a difficult car, that is for sure. Sorry for no commentary, guys. I'm locked in pretty hard on this. That was way too slow. Crap. That was honestly, like, really good. Up until then. Man. those slower corners are what's really going to kill this car, because it just really doesn't know how to handle itself with putting the power down on low speed. Alright, brake straight. Partial throttle, keep the sliding to a minimum here. I made that same mistake again. Come on. Ugh. This is killing me, guys. I'll reel that corner back in. Hit the wrong button, of course. That's just how this goes. Probably won't pass it this time because of that, because it's kind of a fairly tight gap here. And this test is already hard as it is. Brake in early, straight line. That was really tough. But we passed it, and that's what matters. So, I'll take it. That was way more brutal than I would like for it to be. Oh, man. Well, we got that. Phew. Okay, no new cars in this video, unfortunately, but hey, we got through a good bit of stuff we're going to need in the game anyway, so might as well have done it, right? But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Take care, everyone.